What are 2 ways you could improve your mental health? Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we're talking about what are some ways you could improve your mental health. My name is Chris Richardson. I'm a coach here at Life on Your Terms, and we make videos so you can do exactly that. You can live a life on your terms. So what are 2 ways you could improve your mental health? Again, this is from my frame of experience. It's just things that I think have improved my mental health, and I want to share that with you guys, so hopefully it can improve your mental health as well. Maybe you've tried these 2 things before, but hopefully they are helpful. I can go a little bit more in depth about them and you can see a little bit more about them. So with those 2 things, I'm going to talk about exactly those 2 things. How could you improve your mental health? And then my experience related to those. I'm going to talk about how to do it and what it should look like, and then benefits, and then tips related to each of those 2 things. And then again, dive into my experience with those and how they've been beneficial to my mental health. And here at Life on Your Terms, we want to take a holistic approach to your life. So today we're looking at mental health, and if you want, check out the balance wheel in the description below. Maybe you get some insights on some other areas you want to improve as well. So the first one, and it shouldn't be a surprise, at least coming from me because I always hammer this, is fitness. Fitness improves so many areas of my life, and I think it can in yours as well. And with that, I think regular, consistent exercise is just the most important. If you're doing it regularly, ideally 5 days a week, that's where you're gonna see a lot of those benefits. I've been doing it for about 6 years now, and I can personally attest that it is almost a necessity for my mental health. I need to exercise. I feel a lot better when I do. So with that, getting in regular, consistent, a variety of exercises can be very helpful. And again, with fitness, the best routine is the one that you can stick to. So for me, it's weightlifting. That's what I enjoy doing, and that's what I can easily stick to. For others, it may be cardio, it may be walking, and that's great. Whatever it is and wherever you see those benefits is what you should do and what you should stick to. Some benefits you'll see from fitness on the mental side of things is you're gonna see an endorphin release. After exercise, we just tend to feel better because those endorphins are heightened. You're also gonna see some confidence, and I think that confidence, at least personally, comes from that I know that I've worked for what I have. I can't buy it, I can't borrow it. I have to work for my personal fitness I have and the body I have. It's not just I can't borrow it or buy it, and it gives me a sense of confidence because I know I've worked towards it. And then also is it gives me improved mood and stress reduction, and I see that in other people as well. When you exercise, you're going to get that endorphin release, so it's going to improve your mood, but it also helps modulate stress. Personally, because it's a quiet time for me where it's just me and the weights, and I'm not worried about anything, and I'm kind of able to just calm myself down and kind of lose some of that stress. That's where I find the stress reduction works for me. Now, some tips to help you with fitness is that if you can frame it as, I know if I go do this, I will feel better afterwards. When you do that, and when you could come in with that frame, it may help you go exercise. And another way is just get the habit of going down. So I think that's actually the hardest part. It's actually not training or anything like that. It's just actually going to the gym. So with that, I would encourage you to count it as a win if you just went to the gym. So even if you go to the gym for 20 minutes, but you went, that's a win. And eventually you'll get to the point where you're like, well, I'm here, I might as well just exercise. So just go, get that habit down, and then also frame it as you'll feel better afterwards cognitively. So my second thing that I think can improve your mental health and that I use is mindfulness and meditation. A lot of people have tried this, but I think regular use of this can help us make us be a more present person and help you feel better emotionally and lose some of that stress. I think those were kind of the benefits are. But there's plenty of different kinds of mindfulness and meditation. And what I would encourage you to do is just simply do a Google search of different kinds of mindfulness and meditation you can do, and then try them out. Figure out which ones work for you. So some of the benefits on top of the ones I previously mentioned related to mindfulness and meditation is I see stress reduction similar to fitness. You're able to kind of collect your thoughts and just slow yourself down. In our present world we live in, it's so fast with all the technology we have, and sometimes it's kind of nice to just be alone and be at peace, for lack of a better term. So it's going to help you with stress reduction. It can help with emotional regulation. I know when I'm wound up, if I just actually take 5 minutes to just be mindful of what's around me and actually bring myself to the present or meditate, I will feel a lot better and kind of unwind myself. And also, it gives you mental clarity, and I think it kind of can help with the focus and attention. As I've mentioned, we're in such a fast-paced world, whereas if you can slow it down and actually pay attention where your attention is going, it can help provide better focus and mental clarity. So some tips to help with mindfulness in meditation is I like to use, for at least the meditation side, I like to use just music off Spotify. I like to just look up meditation playlist, and then I'll plug that in and I'll do 5 minutes of laying down, just breathing, focusing on my breathing. And I like to do the square breathing technique, which is 4 seconds in, 4 second hold, 4 second exhale, and then another 4 second hold. I like to do that while I'm listening to the music. That seems to help a lot. A quiet environment is also almost a necessity for meditation and mindfulness to get those benefits. And I'd also encourage you to only start with 2 minutes. I know that kind of sounds crazy, but you'll actually find that 2 minutes can be pretty difficult for meditation and mindfulness, and especially mindfulness. The way I do mindfulness is that I'll set a 3-minute timer, and I'm only allowed to have thoughts in the present moment about present things in my environment. So what I mean is, on my desk, I have these things full of pens. So maybe during my mindfulness, I'll be like, oh, I have a lot of pens. Maybe I need to get rid of some or sort those. But I won't let myself do it. I only have present thoughts. So I don't think about some other objects near and in my environment, but I'm only allowed to think about those things. And it really brings me to the present, and I'm not worried about other stuff. So I find that very helpful personally. Now, I'm going to move my experience related to these two things. Fitness has really helped me out of hard mental times. I actually really got into fitness around a time in my life about 6 years ago that wasn't the best mentally for me, and that's okay. But fitness really helped me get through that, and I was able to work out a lot of those emotions through the weights. Now, that's just what I personally found. Maybe you don't feel the same way, but I thought it was very beneficial for me. It wasn't the fix to my problem, but it helped a lot. Then with the mindfulness and meditation, I love doing that too. It helps reduce my stress so much when I do those things. It's a cornerstone of my routine. Not that I have to do it every day or anything like that, but just practice it a few times a week. Just bring myself to the present, reduce the stress. I find it very helpful. And so again, both of these practices help my mental health and calm my mind, so hopefully they can help yours as well.